Oh, I've actually got an ideology pick. Now, someone mentioned you don't actually have to make a pick straight away. I thought you did. Perhaps they're right, actually, because I'm sure that didn't used to be the case that you could exit that screen, but yeah, perhaps you can. Right, this colony ship, let's also get it over here as quickly as possible. There still might be a planet up here, or even up there. What's left? This colony ship. I'm going to do my colonies. Colonies are done, so let's take a quick look through all of them. Infrastructure's definitely starting to go up on quite a bit of them now, but a long way away from getting done pretty much all of them. Right, so there's a couple of colony ships left this turn, so what's left? There's that one I've just taken out. Move this one east and then probably bring it down southerly direction. But who knows, there might be a couple more colonies near the Iconians, and this one, let's just click it. Let's click it over there. Okay. And yeah, it does seem you're able to end the turn without picking an ideology. I'm sure that didn't used to be the case, but I should pick one anyway. So I'm going to pick Unforgiving next. I could go for this to get extra malevolent points perhaps, but it's only, I think it's 0.2 per turn, which is next to nothing. And since I've got death furnaces already and also the intimidation center, yeah, it's not so important. So this Unforgiving ideology pick gives you an extra 25% production bonus on your planets, and it mentions unlocking a Cullen planetary project. But that doesn't actually exist in the game, I'm 99% sure, unless Stardock have added it recently. I'm not sure why it still mentions that, but that's been broken since the release of the game, basically. So let's unlock that. So the costs of what happens when you actually make a pick, the next ideology selection goes up by 10 points. So this is now going to be 65, and the other two which you didn't pick in go up by 5. I believe that's how it works. Yeah, so they're getting pretty expensive now. Okay, so end turn. Okay. So I should probably keep an eye on where the colony ships go. We admit we don't respect your borders. Perhaps it's time for an open borders treaty. Well, I doubt he'll give me it. Oh. Excuse me. I'd be surprised if he gives me an open border treaty because he absolutely hates us, and they won't at that level. Pretty sure of it. Yeah, it's not even on here. So that's Stardock, another error, perhaps. Mentioning something that's impossible to do. Okay. Right, it's not quite explored all there yet. What about here though? There is actually another planet there, and that's gonna grab it very soon. Let's move there and then move back up here. And they actually grab the planet there, sheep. Okay. Is it possible to prevent that? You know what? I think I might be able to grab both of those. Let's click on that one first. So that will get the... how many turns? 3 turns. That's going to take longer than 3 turns. That's going to take longer than 3 turns, so that's moving rate of 4. So unless they've got a colony ship there, I think I can get that to there first. Let's see if I can... I'm going to try and nick this one as well then. Be really greedy. So let's just click straight on that. Ah, looks like I'm gonna miss out. I'm 2 turns away, so I think I'm gonna lose out on that by a turn actually. Unless I can block the route to it somehow, but I probably should have brought that over here. With 2 ships I might have been able to do it with 1, I'm not so sure. So I might not be able to get that. Right, let's put a scout up here. Okay. Actually, there's a way I can fly by that without upgrading it. I can do that. So I'll probably bring it today and then, yeah, do that. Okay. Right, nothing there. And we've got a colony there. It's a weird noise then. Right, so this colony ship, what was I doing with this? Right, finding fog by there basically. That can come over here. Got a freighter. And that's actually the capital of the Thalian Empire, Thala. They only have 1 world within their starting system. So yeah, I really need to make a constructor. I might do it this turn or next turn, I'm not sure which. I could upgrade one of my colony ships to a constructor actually. Right, go back to that. Right, gotta do my colonies. I've updated my improviser constructor ships, and this is actually the first time I'm using the ion drives, which I acquired a while ago. I thought I'd be making a much more use out of these than I have done so far. I want to get this out pretty quickly to the northern part of the map though, to give me a range up here, so that's why I'm doing that. So I had to retweak Snathi a bit and my manufacturing here. One downside is that this extra range isn't being applied to the homeworld, because I wanted to actually focus my social production on improving these buildings rather than using the military subsidies like I have been doing. But yeah, not too big an issue, hopefully. I've done my colonies this turn. I've got a couple of colony ships left, so I'm going to figure out where I'm moving these two now, and I think I'll move that one over to there, is it? And I've got this one as well. So what am I doing with you? I think I need to bring it down here, don't I? I should have enough over here now. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, let's bring it down. Okay. And I actually have one there, so I'll bring that out. 500 million. I think I'll bring it out east, but I probably don't need to. We need to grab those with it. Okay. And that's it for the turn, so next turn. That your colony ship just went up in a northerly direction, when there's a colony right by there. So I guess it's not aware of it. But why is it bringing it up there anyway, when there's a star that it could be exploring? I just don't get that. So I've got a great chance of grabbing that now. Well, I'm definitely going to grab it probably. And probably that as well. So 1, 2, 3, right, that's all been explored. That has as well, that one hasn't. Okay. Ah, there's actually 2 up here. I think we can speak to the yaw. So let's find out how many colonies they got. 11 or something like that, is it? 10. Okay. Well, they colonized those a while ago. Who knows how many more colonies are left up here. I could actually figure it out if I added up all of the colonies that in the game, because I know there's like 65-ish. I can figure out exactly how many there are actually from, because I know all of the major empires now. Right, let's move that to there, and then bring that up there. And there's actually a colony up here, believe it or not. So I should be getting one of these back to try and nab that. Okay. I'm gonna have to upgrade one of his colony ships in a minute. Maybe redesign them. So which is the nearest one? It's gotta be that one, hasn't it? So it's going to take about 4 turns probably to upgrade up here, because it's so far away. But I'll move it first before upgrading. Okay, I've got to remember to come back to that in a minute. Let's move that over here. Okay. I think I'm gonna assume there's just one colony there. I'll bring that up here though. Okay. That scout, what am I gonna do with you? For the time being, I'll just stick it next to the colony ship, get in the way of it. Come back to you. Colonies. So there was only a few planets to actually add new buildings to this turn, so they're done. And I've actually redesigned a ship, so I've updated one of my den makers to give it a tiny bit more range. I had a bit of extra cargo space, so I'm gonna upgrade this one up here so I can actually colonize that planet, assuming the Phalans don't get there first. There's probably a cheaper one I could have made with less engines, but I've got the cash to afford this. This is going to take 3 turns, 124 credits. So let's do that. And what else? There's a variety of colony ships all over the place. So let's move that to there. Can I colonize this turn? No, I'm 1 turn short, but that moved in the wrong direction. I've got a colony ship there. That constructor's done, so that's the range it's got. Let's bring it roughly to there, is it? Okay, moves pretty fast. And I've got a colony ship there. What else have I got? Right, I've got 2 colony ships. I think I'll bring one up here. Even though I haven't got the range, I might upgrade it. When it gets near to it, or actually up there. Okay, and I've got that one down there, so I don't think I've brought any down here, so let's do that. So when I get that, I think there's 3 colonies I can colonize. That one, what else is it? There's one up there, and there's a frozen world there. I think that's it. That's all of the ones I know. But I'm going to have to get colonies out for them as well. I think that's the end of the turn now, so let's end turn. Oh, I actually had a colony ship going down there already. Didn't realise that. So maybe I'll bring that to one of those 3. Okay, no sign of that being colonized, luckily, still. You can come in very soon. Okay. Looks like I'm still making colony ships and I still need them. Right, so this can keep on coming up here, I think. Need to look for resources so I can use that constructor to bank a couple while it increases my range, really. That can go up here. Okay, an econ relic. That can come over here. Right, so we get that next turn. Didn't see any colony ships there either, good. That can come down here. Alright, that's come around here. Let's do that one first actually. Right, so there's maybe a planet up there, but unlikely. Not many tiles left there. Okay. Right, that's done. I've updated my colonies for the turn, including Snathi Prime. I switched my global governor to focus on social again, since I'd run out of accrued manufacturing here. So I'm delaying actually getting up my manufacturing capital. I haven't exactly figured out where for definite I'm going to be placing it. Probably there, but yeah, I'm going to delay maybe a tiny bit here. I probably need to get some happiness up here. I actually haven't made any of the intimidation centers, so I'm going to start making those in a variety of worlds. Some of them actually need it now. The approval's going down on some of them, but I'm getting a lot of basic stuff in still on most of the worlds, and some of them have only just started getting stuff up. So yeah, that's the state of the colonies. I've got a couple of ships. I just took that out of the shipyard. Let's colonize this planet then. So this is extra social manufacturing, but a negative amount to food. So let's colonize this. I think I'm actually going to take the pragmatic option now. There, for the extra research, don't really need that. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm a long way in the pragmatic tree from actually getting that, which would give me more ideology points or that, but yeah, now and then I might spend the odd bit of points here for planets or events, we'll see. I've got, yeah, most of the picks here that I quite like. That's not too bad though, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so this colony ship, I'm gonna get that very soon, so I think I should head that towards there perhaps. Try and bag that. Now there's a good chance that I won't be able to hold on to that because the influence would be too much, but you can actually destroy planets, so I've got a feeling I might do that in this case here with that. I'd rather destroy the planet than have the AI have it, put it that way. Right, so I just picked up that world. So let's take off the upgrade feature and let's check out where I can colonize to a bit later on. That's influence. And what's it do? Influence growth. So there's a rin there, is it? There's two rins I could do. That's probably the bigger landmass. I think I'll put factories over here for the time being. Okay, I'll figure out later. Right, that's it for the turn. Next turn. I almost never look on this actually. There's not real much reason to do so. They got an Ascension Crystal. United Planets is in 3 turns. That didn't work, that event. Right, I suppose cancelled there. Okay, let's bring this up here. Well, I've actually got a bit more range up here now after having colonized that. That's great. If the Euro have colonized down here, they should have colonized everything up there, but yeah, I need to find out still. Right, they colonized that there. Okay. I may actually upgrade that this turn. The survey ship, let's continue bringing that down here. They've actually got a colony ship there, so I really need to get down here quickly. I'm going to lose out on this planet. Oh, actually there's one there which I didn't realise. So wasted movement there. I think I'll bring that to there then. That one can go to there. Okay. And yeah, I can colonize that this turn. Brilliant. Let's keep on looking around here. So I haven't figured out where my trade world's going to be yet, and I haven't even got any freighters out. Normally getting freighters out is very helpful because it actually improves your diplomatic standing with races, but with the Snathi I've just taken that neutral pragmatic pick, and the fact that our diplomacy is so bad, freighters haven't been so important. One thing I haven't really realised as well with the Snathi is the bonus to maintenance has meant that my income is the deficit is a lot lower than it would have been with many races. Okay. I arguably could have spent more money at the start of the game buying stuff. I'd maybe do that if I was playing with a Snathi again. Okay. And there's actually a radioactive world there. Now the colonization technology I'm going for now won't allow me to colonize that, sadly. Need to get one beyond it for that. There's a constructor coming up here. I could wait actually until that gets up there rather than upgrade these colony ships. Let's come up here. I've done that, yes I have. That scout ship can make its way up here as well. Colonies. My colonies are done for the turn. I'm actually going to make an influence planet. There's a very good reason why I'm doing this. This is because the Yor actually have managed to colonize down here. I don't know when they did this. Must have been just now perhaps, this turn. So I can actually flip that though if I get enough influence here. You can see it mentions Snathi influence 1.8. So I'm not sure exactly how it works these days with influence. I think there's a small percentage chance of rebellion and it flipping to you the higher your amount of influence basically. So I'm gonna get as much influence on this planet in the hope that I can flip it. So I got to this tech a bit too late to grab that basically. If it had been a few more turns, then I probably would have gotten that planet. But there's a planet to grab there, and I've actually taken a colony ship out to move up there. And there's one coming over here somewhere, isn't there? I don't think any of the other majors, apart from the Yor, have the ability to colonize these type of planets, the frozen, barren, or aquatic planets yet. But yeah, I better get a move on. So, what have I got to move this turn? I've got that colony ship which I've just taken out. So let's bring that up to here. They're probably under more risk of being colonized by the Yor than those are by any other civilization, I imagine. So, yeah, I better bring it over there. And here, so this is Spicer 3 class 8, and it might be my trade world, so I probably should focus on wealth if it's possible here. So let's colonize it. Oh, and we've got the swamped event, so there's a free Precursor ship, but much of the planet is flooded. I'm not sure what that means. It could be a loss of tiles. There's a research bonus. Or there's just gain a planetary tile. Now, I've done this event before in a different game and the Precursor ship was crap, so I'm not inclined to go for that. And it's pretty bad having the rest of the things here anyway. If I want it to be a trading world, I don't need the research. So I'm actually going to pick a benevolent pick, believe it or not, here. Gain the extra tile makes it more likely that it'll make a good wealth world by doing this. So it'd be class 9. I can terraform it 6 times as well to get up to class 15. So depending on what the tiles are here, could make a good wealth world. And there's +2 bonus there, and there's also a +3 bonus there. So yeah, it might not be terrible at all for it. I can terraform a lot of that. Would have preferred the adjacency +1 rather than a flat bonus though on these, probably. So yeah, this could definitely be my wealth world here. My trade world at least, not my wealth world. Because the distance modifiers, but yeah, I need to put a factory somewhere for the time being now. I'm not sure which is the big ring I want. I've actually got... So in the ring, what I would do basically is stick the trade capital in the middle of it, and then stick the trade posts around it. So that's a +2 bonus. With the terraforming... Yeah, there's not much land here, so it'd be hard to terraform around this, sadly. I'm not sure that's possible. And that's on the edge of the map, which isn't great either. But I could maybe put something... the trade capital in one of those 2 tiles, perhaps that one, and the trade post there. Something along those lines. So I might terraform those 4 tiles and I'll have a couple left to terraform then. Right, so with that in mind, where should I stick my factories to? I think I'll put them down here, is it? So I have one there, probably a solar plant there, food there, big wealth ring, a bit more wealth. Big trade ring, I should say. Okay. And I believe that's it for the turn. If that's a better planet than that, then I'll probably change my mind. Oh, I had another one to colonize, did I? And this is actually the Durantium planet, right on the edge of the map. So study the Durantium cloud. An ancient precursor race seems to have once inhabited this place. They left behind a cloud of Durantium asteroids that are now orbiting the world. We will be able to use these to increase the efficiency of the mass drivers on our ships. However, we may also be able to use this ready source of Durantium for other purposes. So we can take the malevolent option, which will give us 5% additional mass driver attack to all ships. That's pretty freaking good. 15% armor rating to all ships, so that's defense against mass drivers. Or an extra 5 production to the colony. I'm going to take that. I think that's the best option. The enemies, our opponents, aren't always going to be using Durantium weapons, so that's not always going to be handy. I think doing more damage is the way to go. Okay, assuming it works. So this world, big raw production bonus. Let's take the auto upgrade off. Search and wealth, population and approval. That's a military bonus, so this would make a very good military planet. In actuality there, so that's something I might do. For the time being, I think I'll stick a factory there though. Okay, I'll figure out what I'm doing with it exactly in a bit. 21 planets now. So 22, 23, 24. I think again about 25 maybe, something like that. Looks like I might get. Right, let's scout. Let's try coming around here again. Right, it's actually gone the route I didn't want it to go. Research, so I've got extreme colonization tech this turn. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be researching next, maybe terraforming now. I'm going to be trading this turn to pick up the medium ship capability. There's a colony ship coming down there. Let's come up here. guess I'll find out this fog down here, and there's actually an anomaly there which I want to pick up. That colony ship was finished upgrading, so let's bring this over here. Right, so I'm going to be colonizing that this turn. That's going to be impossible to defend later on if the Phalans would go after it, but it's not really an issue. Won't definitely go for it. And even if I do, I can destroy it before they capture it if I really wanted to. Okay. Scout ship. So we're coming to the end of the colonization phase now. I'm going to start to make a ton of constructors very soon, and I'm going to start to get the weapon techs that I need basically.